Okay, let's take a look now at Act 2, Confrontation. Now, in a typical story, play, or movie, this is the section that is actually the longest. They say that confrontation will usually last about half the time of a film or of a novel. So this is what you commonly refer to as the middle. This is the middle part. So let's go ahead and take a look at it and watch as we head towards the climax. Now, we got to go through a few terms here. We have ascending action. We've already understood what the basic story is. We know the characters by now. Now we can involve ourselves with moving the plot and the action forward. The action will go faster and faster and faster as we head towards the end of Act 2. All right? So, ascending action just means that we will be going up and faster and faster. Then we have obstacles. Some things will happen during Act 2 that will cause the characters' reactions. Now, basically, these propel the story forward, all right? Then we have plot point 2. Plot point 2 comes right before that peak action, the main feeling, the main emotion, the big scenes, basically, if it were a movie. First, we have ascending action. Again, the intensity of what we're about to see will increase. We have obstacles, little things happening. We get to know the characters better. We watch their story evolve. Then we have, about the midpoint of every film or novel, we have a twist. Now, the twist is something that wasn't really expected. It's basically new information for the story. All right? Then we have an obstacle to continue related to the twist. After that, you're going to have a disaster. Now, that can be a big plot point where you think what is going to happen in a normal, sweet, nice, regular story goes sideways. Something else happens. So this sets up for crisis. So now that we're reacting to this external event, we have a problem. The problem can only be solved towards the end, or it's leading into the climax for part 3. Okay? Now, the plot point sets us up for that all-important climax into the resolution of the story. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our chart here. So far, then, we have Act 1 all set up. Now, again, we have our obstacles happening, and again, the action is going on, but we have a twist. Now we get a little bit more information. In the case of today's story, this was that actually Jason wasn't staring at Stacy. It was actually Stacy who noticed Jason first. Now, our hero, the protagonist, he has to decide what to do. How will he react to this news? He decides he needs to overcome his fear and his insecurity and ask Stacy to date him, basically. Now, before he can do that, though, something's wrong. Stacy is gone. This leads him to have a crisis. Emotion starts to get higher, higher, and higher during the confrontation scene. However, we're getting ready for the resolution. So the end of the confrontation section ends with, okay, we have to move this plot point on. This is plot point 2, where we find out that she's back. Now we're heading right into the climax. All right? Okay, and there you go.